This is the AI News Flash for August 6th, 9 p.m. UTC. First up, AMD has signed a definitive agreement to acquire Taalas, the Canadian startup that etches AI models directly into silicon. Taalas was founded in 2023 and is based in Toronto. Where conventional GPUs store model weights in HBM memory, Taalas burns those weights into the silicon itself as mask ROM. Each chip has two regions: a mask ROM recall fabric holding the model weights, and an SRAM recall fabric handling KV caches and fine-tuning adapters. The HC1 test chip, disclosed in February and built on TSMC's 6nm process, served Meta's Llama 3.18b at 16,960 tokens per second. That is 48 times faster than NVIDIA GPUs and 8.5 times faster than Cerebra's accelerators. The next generation HC2 supporting 20 billion parameters is expected this summer. Terms were not disclosed, and the deal is expected to close in the fourth quarter, pending regulatory approval. Vamsi Bopanna, AMD's Senior Vice President for AI, said the company is building a full-stack AI platform that lets customers deploy the right compute for every workload. Like NVIDIA's $20 billion licensing deal with Grok last December, the goal is to make premium inference for AI agents, such as coding assistants, cheaper and faster to run. Second, a Stanford University team has built 16 entirely new bacteriophages designed by AI and successfully used them to kill E. coli. The work used the Genome Foundation models EVO1 and EVO2. Targeting the Phi-X174 family of phages that infect E. coli, the researchers prompted the models with a consensus sequence common to every Phi-X174 phage in the training data and had them generate complete genomes. All 16 were viable, and some killed E. coli faster than the original Phi-X174. A cocktail of the AI-generated phages also stopped the growth of virus-resistant E. coli strains. Several had sequences altered and gene orders rearranged enough to qualify as new species under International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses rules. To avoid designing anything harmful to humans, the team excluded all viral pathogens from the training data. Even so, outside experts warn that AI-designed viruses raise urgent safety and security concerns. A possible new route to treating hard-to-kill bacterial infections and a fresh biosecurity risk have arrived at the same time. Third, Alphabet is seeking up to $25 billion in a new bond offering to fund its AI build-out. The raise targets $20 to $25 billion, split across as many as 10 tranches with maturities from 2 to 40 years. Peak demand reached roughly $115 billion, more than 4 times the size of the offering. Behind it is a sharp increase in capital spending. Alphabet lifted its 2026 capital expenditure forecast to a range of $195 to $205 billion, up from $180 to $190 billion. That announcement triggered a steep sell-off in the stock. This is Alphabet's third return to the bond market in just 9 months. Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, and Oracle together issued about $194 billion of bonds through July 7th of 2026. Up 79% from roughly $108 billion in 2025. The funding source for AI capital spending is shifting decisively from cash on hand to debt. Fourth, Swiss private equity firm Partners Group has agreed to take a majority stake in AVK Power Solutions, a UK power infrastructure company. Partners Group intends to invest more than $1 billion of equity, backed by debt financing. The aim is to scale AVK's microgrid business for the data center market. AVK has delivered more than 20,000 projects and installed approximately 3.5 gigawatts of power for data centers across Europe's FLAP-D markets. It also deployed Europe's first microgrid at a data center site in Ireland. The plan is to develop on-site power infrastructure for data centers under an energy-as-a-service model. Chief Executive Ben Pritchard stays on, along with much of the executive team. Power constraints driven by AI demand are pushing investment toward generation built behind the meter, outside the public grid. Fifth, Denmark's government will require high school students to orally defend their written essays in a move to combat AI cheating. Education Minister Magnus Heunicke demanded urgent action and announced 3 measures on Thursday: an oral defense of the major written assignment known as the SSO, tools to monitor student screens during exams, and encouragement for schools to have more written work completed on-site under controlled conditions. Around 9,000 upper secondary students who write the major annual essay will be affected. They must explain their own work aloud to confirm it was not generated by a chatbot. Pupils aged 16 to 19 in Danish gymnasiet will be encouraged to write assignments at school rather than at home. The minister said it is unfortunate that upper secondary schools have a problem with AI cheating and that action is needed now. The measures take effect immediately as students return from the summer break. It is a case of the education system rebuilding its assessment methods in response to generative AI. That's all for this AI news flash.